YouTube, good morning. PPS here. YouTube play of the day. We got one spot for you guys here for this MLB slate. Tuesday slate's always great. So yeah, obviously very excited to break it down with you guys. I know I haven't been here much. Been busy. Doing past the prop, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, because we're obviously giving out picks and everything. But for me to actually do like a quick video like this and get you guys in and out of here as fast as we can. So yeah, it's been over a week since I played my last bet. I believe this one lost because I think Bayo gave up 3 runs. So I'm up. I believe we're at 49 or 59.42, and then that number should be good. I changed the units already, so 59.42, 24.86 units, and we're back here ready to go for today. Yeah, I haven't done many MLB obviously, but I've been betting it every day. And yeah, we're ready to get rolling here today for you guys. Let me pull up my screen. I don't know if you guys know this. I obviously have no idea if you guys have ever used StreamYard before, but really weird. I switched over to dark mode here, and it's playing with me a little bit with my head. So it's I'm still getting used to it because I've never had it in dark mode, but it kind of looks pretty sweet. So we're keeping that going. Best bet today is going to be Casey Mize, no win with Red Sox over 8.5 against the Athletics tonight. Let's start with Casey Mize. I truly think he doesn't even go 5 innings here. I think this is a horrible matchup for Casey Mize. Casey Mize had probably the best outing I've seen of him last time out. And, of course, I was playing him in fantasy and ended up losing in fantasy by 2 strikeouts. But that is not the point. Point is, probably the best outing of his year, or one of the better outings of his year, was last outing, and he only went 5 innings, threw like 68 pitches. They're not even really allowing him to go a third time through the order. My issue here is Mize is facing a Yankees team that strikes out at a pretty decent clip, but also walks at the highest clip in baseball against right-handed pitching. I just think that the pitch count's going to get driven up. I don't even know if he gets 5 innings. I could see him coming out prior to that, especially if the Yankees, do what they do at the top of this order, which is walk. Guys like Stanton still hitting the ball well, Judge. And I think obviously the Yankees need wins, right? And should be a really fun matchup here between these two, the Yankees and the Tigers. It's in Yankee Stadium. I have no faith here in Mize, not only getting to 5 innings, but even if he does, I don't see him navigating this lineup well. And also Will Warren I like Will Warren. I like his strikeout numbers today. But I think that we're going to see Mize give up a few more runs than Warren today on this one. So I'm going to roll with him with no win. And then going over to Red Sox. Red Sox over 8.5 there in Oakland. At the Athletics. My bad. I can't say Oakland anymore. But I really like this over. The Red Sox lit it up last night. Crochet, shout out to you. Ended up cashing on his 7 and 8 strikeouts and some parlays yesterday. So feeling great about that. But now it's a big step down. Dustin May facing the Athletics. Jeffrey Springs facing off against this Red Sox team. The Red Sox on the season, 747 OPS versus left-handed pitching. Going over to the other side, Athletics have a 762 OPS against right-handed pitching. So we'd like to see that. I also like looking at, the last, usually I use like the last 15 days. Athletics have a 784 OPS over the last 13 games. Red Sox in the middle of the pack at 739. We also got to remember that Oakland was over 800 before they faced off against Garrett Crochet, who went 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, 3 hits. Looked fantastic in that outing yesterday. Big step down. Dustin May, obviously not a huge strikeout guy, 21% strikeout rate. Just gets hit hard. Expected ERA at 5.2. Not great. Do not like to see a guy who is supposed to be, a guy who's trying to get soft contact, right, have a 9% barrel rate. We don't like to see that. And also on top of that, really, really using that sweeper. And it's a great pitch, right? He uses it 39% of the time. My issue is that sinker is just getting hit hard, right? That sinker is what he uses 33% of the time. Expected slugging of 633, expected batting average of 346. .87 against that sinker, and he's still using it 34% of the time. I think this is a tough spot because if any ball goes in the air here, it has a chance, right? It really does. Dustin May used to have a higher ground ball rate, right? Because he was using a sinker more than the sweeper. Now his ground ball rate's down to 42%. That is the lowest of his career. Last year, 44%. The year before that, 52%. The year before that, 57% ground ball rate. We're seeing a lot more balls in the air because that sweeper is being used more, and that's obviously taking away from the sinker. But obviously, when he goes to sinker, it is getting hit hard. So 55% hard hit rate on that sinker there. So it's kind of pick your poison, because if you're throwing the sweeper, obviously you're getting a lot more fly balls, and this is not a place that you want to be getting fly balls at. The ballpark is not very nice to pitchers. We'll say that. So it's a pick your poison here for Dustin May. Going over to Jeffrey Springs, obviously not been horrible this year, but obviously the Red Sox do very well against left-handed pitching. And again, just looking down the list, 4.24 expected earned run average, not too bad. But again, only a 19% K rate on this side. Really high usage four-seamer at 43% at 90 miles an hour. And then obviously we go down the list and we see that his changeup he uses 25% exclusively against right-handed batters. Kind of scared a little bit for him with his pull side in the air is at 21%. On the fly balls is not great. 32% ground ball rate. That's not great in this park. We do not like to see that as a pitcher trying to control these guys and keep the ball in the yard. You do not want to be a fly ball pitcher here. And especially with a team like the Red Sox, who have very good hitters against lefties. Specifically, you go down the list of like Rob Refsnyder, obviously should be at the top of this lineup today. Romy Gonzalez has been very, very good against left-handed pitching this year. Even career-wise, obviously Bregman has been fantastic against lefties for as long as you can remember. So just a lot of these dudes that specifically will be in there to hit lefties. Obviously, Bregman's good enough to hit both sides, and Romy Gonzalez has been playing a lot better. But we saw a little bit more power last night. Carlos Narvaez, the catcher, hit a bomb yesterday as well. So, yeah, definitely a team that's kind of heating up at the right time. Last thing I will say is we have a 5.18 FIP at home this year, 1.87 home runs per 9 for Jeffrey Springs. So this is a tough spot to play this Red Sox team coming off of that win yesterday, and a guy who just doesn't get ground balls. So sign me up. Casey Mize, no win. Red Sox over 8.5 is going to be -116 today. Appreciate all the support as always, guys. If you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to grow the channel, not only for me, but for obviously growing the show of Pass the Prop, and obviously growing our YouTube play of the days here too. So we're going to keep this rolling. Thursday, I'll be back on here. Just going to depend on if I do this or college football. So we'll be ready to go no matter what. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow live on Pass the Prop noon here on the channel. So have a good one, guys, and best of luck tonight.